the possible wrongful acts of Robert Fabian. What are they? And what might they have to do with the disappearance of his 22-year-old girlfriend, Zuzu Verk?
The problem is we have a situation where there's not enough facts, and that there's only one person who knows what happened. And there's only one person who's refusing to talk.
And that's Robert.
Yeah.
To date, police have obtained warrants for Robert's apartment, plus multiple vehicles associated with him. And a grand jury, where members of his own family have been called to testify, is currently underway. But so far, no arrests have been made, and Zuzu is still missing.
We've utilized up to 20 different agencies, and we're unable to find her.
Do you suspect foul play?
You know, I don't suspect that she just walked away.
And according to information we just recently obtained from inside the grand jury, the actions of Robert and his family in the hours shortly after Zuzu went missing are only raising more questions.
Well, we were told that Robert and his mom and his sister actually went to Presidio, and that his mom and his sister went into Mexico. Are you able to confirm that?
I believe that's true.
This was following Zuzu's disappearance.
This is before anybody knew about Zuzu's disappearance.
Before she was reported missing by Robert himself. And there's more.
We've been also told that the mom and the sister were only in Mexico like 18, 20 minutes.
I can't confirm that for you.
There would be no clarification from Robert's attorney either, who told Crime Watch Daily only that, quote, "At this time, it is inappropriate for me to comment." But there was one person who, surprisingly, did agree to speak with us, someone police are calling a person of interest, speaking publicly about the case for the first time anywhere.
Are you going to be honest with us?
Deal.
Chris Estrada.
You didn't have to do this interview. Why'd you do it?
No one is, vocally standing up for my side or Robert. It's just been one-sided.
But many say Robert has only himself to blame for that.
Robert, if you love Zuzu as much as you say you do, and have told me over and over, you will come down here and you will help the police bring my sister home.
The police have said Robert has not been helpful. Why do you think Robert lawyered up almost immediately?
If I had to guess after getting questioned myself, I'm assuming they were aggressive with whatever questions they asked him and made him uncomfortable.
So you don't think Robert had anything to do with Zuzu's disappearance?
Mm-hmm.
So then, why not come forward and set the record straight?
Sort of like what you're doing right now.
Some of the people won't believe him, just like you said. Why should you believe me? Why should you believe Robert when he makes a statement? So why should he bother?
Yeah, but at this point, it only continues to feed the beast of suspicion. Would you not agree?
Yeah, it's what it has done.
And according to authorities, there were plenty of other things feeding that beast.
All right. Police say that Robert called you twice, 3:15 a.m. On October 12th. What did Robert want to talk about at 3:15 a.m.? And remember, this is the early morning where it is believed Zuzu goes missing.
He never really said. Later on, at some point, he just asked me if I wanted to help him paint a table. And I said, sure.
The police also say that you picked up Robert in your Mustang later that day.
Correct.
Why?
We cruised around, and we went back to his place. We just had, a few drinks, small chit-chat, just normal.
Nothing seemed off about him?
He was laughing, smiling. Seemed fine to me.
But apparently, all did not seem fine with Chris when he went to his friend Brittany Gaska's house after that hangout. She said you were distraught and nervous, and that you blurted out, "I'm fine," quote, "I'm fine. I didn't do anything wrong. If they interview me, I have nothing to say." Did you say that? I didn't do anything wrong?
No, I didn't.
Are you accusing her of fabricating these statements?
in some sense.
What do you mean in some sense? I mean, come on. Yes or no? Was she fabricating it?
Yes, I just don't like saying that because Brittany is still my friend, and I'm not looking to get her in any kind of trouble.
And in another stunning claim, Chris says he doesn't think Brittany was acting on her own anyway. Though he says he's not sure why, he believes she was coerced by a local gas station owner named Joshua Kobos, a man who also had plenty to say to police about Robert and Chris.
He told authorities that you were really eager to get your car cleaned the days following Zuzu's disappearance, and he stated that you even went back 3 times in one day, and each time you were more eager than before to get that car cleaned. And he also said that you were acting very unusual.
That's actually pretty funny and annoying.
Chris says he did want to get his car washed that day, but not to cover anything up.
I was gonna leave it there to get washed. They told me to come back at 3:30, that they were booked. So I went back at 3:30 and they're like, sorry, no one canceled, we can't do it. So I said, okay, no worries. For them to say I was pushing to get it washed, kind of hurts because that's not true.
Police did later search the inside of that car for DNA, hair, blood, or other bodily fluids, but no results have been made public. However, if Chris is to be believed, then 2 other people, Brittany Gasca and Joshua Kobos, are lying. No small claim.
I'm basing my questions off of a police affidavit, and they have to swear to this information in order to get search warrants. So if Brittany lied, it's a really big deal.
I know.
That's a crime.
Yeah, totally agree.
We reached out to both Brittany and Josh for comment, but have yet to receive a response.
I do a lot of these interviews, and I'm wondering whether I should believe you. How do I know right now you're not BSing me?
You wouldn't know.
Coming up, cops had the same question, the results of Estrada's polygraph test.
I followed instructions.
And
I want to make it very clear. You, Chris Estrada, do you know what happened to Zuzu?